I get it. I totally get it, and I don't blame you. They have done this to you so many times, and now you want to get your own back. Or maybe it is that you want to do this for your own protection. I got you. I'm going to talk about how to confuse a narcissist. It will work. Watch this video. Hello and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to confuse a narcissist. Do you know what? They've done this to you like one too many times and you're like, yeah, I'm done. Why should they get away with the fact that they've been able to confuse you like throughout this whole experience, this whole interaction? Why? Why should they get away with it? Now it's your turn. Now you are going to be able to confuse the narcissist. And it's this one simple trick. Well, it's not simple. None of these things are simple. It's easier said than done. I get it. I get it. But once you kind of understand the inner workings, the psychology behind it, and the way that actually the narcissist thinks, this will be a little bit easier. So yeah, I'm going to talk about this. But before I do, my friends, just quickly want to mention that I do go live on this channel once a week. And if you have any questions or there's thoughts on your minds and you want some answers, I would say join the live, because there's a possibility that I will be answering your question. Just type it in the live chat. Talking of which, the live chat is very lively. There is a supportive community, which I'm so grateful for. And so if you wanted more information, please see the description box below. Okay, how to confuse the narcissist. So let's understand, all right, how the narcissist actually works, okay? They work on illusion, they work on mysterious behavior, they work on being able to not bring the truth to the forefront. So it's all about lies, deceit, and manipulation. Okay, that's how they do it, because they don't want you to see the real truth of them. They don't want you to see who they really are. And the reason why they don't want you to see who they really are is because they're quite embarrassed of themselves. It's like guilt and shame that exists at their core level. This is their trigger. Because they're really embarrassed of the fact, or they really don't want you to know how bad their childhood really was. Those are the building blocks of every human being. Actually, if you think about it, your childhood and the way that it was is the building blocks of how you are going to think, how you are going to behave. Now, the narcissist on some level knows that that was quite damaging, even though they've probably told you that they had the best childhood in the world. That is also a deceit. And so they want to hide this fact, all right? They also know that emotionally they are dysregulated. Some of them might have even said to you that, oh, maybe I have something I don't feel, or I don't feel emotions, I don't understand them, I'm strong, I don't really have emotions or feelings. Something along those lines. They might even say that they might be a little bit on the spectrum of autism, but they're obviously never going to come out and say, hey, I'm a narcissist. They're not going to do that. So if you understand it on that level, like how the narcissist works, that is the psychology of them. It's all about hiding that fact and also drawing attention and energy and compassion and empathy from you. That's what they want. They just want you to give that to them. That is an insatiable need that they have, because again, it's something that they didn't receive as children. They were kind of like very invisible as children. They obviously had their roles that they had to perform within the family. And so they became invisible. They weren't really allowed to be their true selves, which is why if they had gone through this emotional abuse, there could have been in some cases sexual abuse in their childhood, which means that you further retract into yourself. You really don't have the opportunity to develop your sense of self. You don't really know who you are. So you kind of like survive in your environment, probably get away from it, and you don't really make sense. You're kind of like lost in the world. So this is why their behaviors and the way that you understand is very confusing, because they are also confused. They are also don't really know themselves internally, because they've not had that time and space to really develop and understand themselves. So when the narcissist is looking for that from you, they're looking for your attention, your empathy, your patience, your kindness, okay? They will expect this from you. Remember, you would have been chosen as someone who is empathetic, someone who is kind, someone who is going to very much conform. So when you are giving the narcissist all of this, all right, they are going to expect this from you. They are going to be wanting you to give this to them all the time, this energetic, this emotional response all the time. But imagine that you take that away. Imagine they don't have that. No contact, or you ignore them. Or you become unpredictable. Meaning that you behave in a way that the narcissist cannot predict. So the narcissist would have picked you for all of your qualities that I mentioned earlier, but they also would have studied your facial expression, your body language. They would know your triggers, so they know which buttons to press. So they will know this information about you. Granted, you will also know sort of the same amount of information on the narcissist. You will know their facial expressions, how they're going to react, what they're going to say, possibly maybe even their triggers, some things that they don't like talking about. But the narcissist would have studied you. They would have watched you. This is what they do. And what they do is they use all of this information against you. So they know how to press your buttons. They know how you are going to respond to get a certain reaction from you. But this is the thing. You're going to respond. You're not going to react. You're going to respond. And when you respond in a way that the narcissist is unaware of, this then causes this dysregulation within them. Because when they are looking towards someone to supply them with that information, they're going to know what your next move is going to be. They're expecting this, because remember, they spent time watching you and studying you. But if you're behaving in a way that they don't know and they can't anticipate, well, that's not going to be good, because they can't anticipate your next move. That is how you become unpredictable. So they're not going to know what to do next, because they take that information from you and destroy it, destroy you. So when you become hidden and they don't know what you're going to do next, that becomes a problem for them. That becomes very difficult for them, because they can't trigger you. But in order to be able to get to that place where you become strong and you're able to initiate this, to do this to them, you have to understand your own triggers. You have to understand what makes you feel this. Because when the narcissist tries to trigger you and use the old formats, the old ways of how they know and what they know of you, it might initiate a response from you. It might initiate a reaction from you. So then they've got you. But this is when you become ambivalent. Doesn't matter what they say or what they do, it's not going to affect you. When you ignore them, when you don't give them anything, they hate this, because they haven't got this information on you. This is what I mean. This is how you confuse a narcissist. They work on the fact that they think that they've got it all figured out. They think they know everybody. They think they know how someone is going to behave. They think that emotions are weak. So they will try and initiate an emotional response from you, because that's how they deem themselves more powerful. That's how they see themselves, like on a hierarchical level, that they're above you, that you are below them because you've got emotions you feel. But your emotions can be your superpower. And actually they should be, because when you have no emotions towards the narcissist and they can't trigger you, this is your superpower. That's how you win in this scenario. They can't handle it because this is something that they don't understand. This is where the difference is. They have problems with interpersonal relationships because of the fact that they don't understand and cannot regulate their own emotions. So you do. So you use this as your superpower. You use this against the narcissist. That's how you confuse them. So I hope that this makes sense, and I hope that you can actually use some of the actual techniques and methods that I've kind of talked about in this video, because really that's how you want to leave them, confused and ambivalent towards them. That is the only way. That is how you do it. Because if you understand their psychology, they are always looking to others to give them that supply. That's what supply means. So guys, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations if you are going through something like this. Please see the description box below. I also have a journal club and a mentorship, and if you're interested in joining, please see the description box below. I've also got a Discord server, which if you are going through something like this and maybe you want to discuss it, or you want to talk with other people, like-minded individuals who have gone through something similar that you have, this is a great resource if you wanted to do like peer support. So I would say if you wanted to join the Discord server, please see the description box below. I really hope this video helps. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.